All righty. Happy Saturday. Good day for hockey. We're up here on Long Island, Northwell Health Ice Arena or Ice Center, home of the Long Island or the New York Islanders, Nassau County, Long Island. PHC 2015 is taking on the PAL Junior Islanders. We're waiting for the refs to arrive and get us underway. So stay with us. We'll be back shortly. All righty. The referees have arrived. The nets are set. We're going to get set to go here. Northwell Health Ice Center, home of the New York Islanders. Again, if you're just joining us, we're up on the Long Island today. The PAL Junior Islanders hosting us for 2 games. 9:30 and 11:30. Give a big shout out to Pravav Gupta and the wedding party that stayed at the Spring Hill Suites in Carl Place last night. Good luck. Hopefully they made it to the wedding. Ceremony was at 9:30. I think the groom went to bed roughly 3:30 a.m. So good luck. Congratulations to that wedding party. If you're tuning in, this is the PHC 2015 broadcast Live from Long Island. Again, a biased broadcast as we're rooting for the PHC 2015s all the way through here. If you don't like what you hear, switch on over Live Barn, Black Bear TV, or whatever it may be. Listen for a fee. Key to today's game, keeping that intensity up. We got to be hungry for the puck. And then much what we've seen, we're starting to make quicker decisions and distributing that puck across the ice, flipping the ice, stretching the ice. Puck moves faster than the players do. So stick with it in that puck movement. Make them defend east to west. Make them goaltend east to west. It's tough to do at any level. So we're looking for the puck movement. But again, they're having fun, working hard. Miss Shaw will be in the blue paint today, starting the first game for us. So hopefully we put our best efforts forward out in front of her. As I look across the ice, I'm looking at some Islander greats that have hit the Hall of Fame. Bow Tie, Bill Torrey, the architect of the Islander dynasty back in the day. We often refer to our very own Coach Tom. Coach Tom, we'd like to call the architect. And he's working with these 2015s. We like what we see in the last month of play in the decision making. And as Gabe and I have talked about since midsummer, all about getting pucks and bodies to the net. Good things will happen. So that's what we're looking for today. Under 20 clicks left in the warm-up. Pucks are coming in. We'll get set, and then we'll be ready to go. So stay with us, and we'll be back to live action. All right, those pucks are in. They're gathered at the net. They're firing each other up. Breaking from the net. My favorite cheer in hockey. 1, 2, 3. Who are we? PHC. In-game shout-out goes to our sibling crew today. Gracie Carr in the building. Hasn't been with us. The Junior Rebels have a day off. So she made the ride to the island. In between Gracie and Electra Roach is Lando, who's also Landon Williams. Also has the day off because he's been tearing it up on the deck in South Jersey. So he made the ride to Long Island with us. So big shout out to our crew, the sibling crew here, cheering us on today. PHC gathered at their bench, getting some last minute talking points from Coach Winton. Horn sounds. We're looking to go. Another in-game or pre-game shout-out as I look at these greats in the Islander organization back home in Chester Springs by way of Boston, Mass. He's back home for the holiday in Pennsylvania. A loud shout-out goes to the Islanders, the New York Islanders' own Matt Campanelli. Matt played his youth hockey in the AYHL, then moved on to UNH, and eventually played for the New York Islanders. So big shout out to Campanelli. His older brother Chris coaches our 2016s. So we're underway. Puck is now in the PHC zone. Mike Winton will push that around for Roach. Roach will collect it. He's got Carr and Pacelli up front with him. Ethan Nunez and Winton on the back end. So we're ping-ponging pucks around. Got to be efficient with that first pass and making moves up ice. This one's thrown to Carr. Carr will put it out to Roach. Oh, he flips the ice to Pacelli. Pacelli will collect off the boards. He's got a step. He's across the line. He'll pull up. Throwing a saucer across, trying to get it through, but it's stick aside by the Islanders. The Islanders will skate this one out of the zone. Maurer and Fazio on the defensive change are back. They'll walk around and get to the dots. Maurer will keep him outside, force him back up the wall. They play it back across. Fazio's there to collect. He pushes it out into the center seam. Carr challenges. That's off of Carr's shin pads. And now Maurer will collect it. Maurer puts it off the boards. It gets out in the neutral zone. Carr will try to get there, but it's picked up by the Islanders. They gain the line. They're going to step in. Drop pass up the boards. Roach will cut it off. Carr will collect. Trying to play it ahead for Pucciarero. It's cut off by the Islanders. They play it deep. So we need to get our toes up, get the puck out, and then move for a change, complete this forward change. Gets out in the neutral zone. Played back in. Ping pong forward. Roach tries to get out. It's offsides. The whistle dead. And we'll get the benefit of the stoppage. Want to do it? I forgot to be moving the camera. You sure? Look, we're going to go D squared, the Dan and Dan show. Best cameraman in the business. Dan Shaw. Sorry for that. I wasn't thinking. We played a minute and a half without me moving the camera. That's Luke Komechko driving down number 97. He flips it towards the front for Spittle. Spittle collects. He puts it out front looking for Pucciarero. It's stick the side. It's kept in at the point. But Winton will fire. Hits Komechko in the shin pads. Gets out to the half wall. Spittle will turn into the corner with it. Tries to play it back out in front. Islanders collect, and they'll look to stretch that ice out across the center seam. Nunez will pick this one off in the neutral zone. Steps and plays it back in the half wall. Islanders will collect. Will turn back behind the net. Cut off by Pucciarero, but they'll reverse off the end boards. Go D to D, and then swing it up the wall where Winton will step in. He's bodied up. Spittle gets above it and pushes it in. The match goes in, digging. Puts that into the corner. Spittle will get back across on this one, trying to get above it. Fights it off on the sidewall. Pucciarero steps off the wall. He goes to Winton at the far point. Winton will walk, will fire, shoots it off the end boards. Karen's back out. Pucciarero will try to cut this one off. Kept in by Anichuk, who was joining the rush from the bench. Islanders collect and chip it out in the neutral zone. Now they're moving forward. Pushed in. Winton will tie up, allowing Spittle to come back, collect that puck low and slow. He'll play it off the wall to Anichuk. It gets out in the neutral zone. Anichuk finds Spittle in that center. Spittle will dump it in. Gets off the end boards and he'll pull up. Spittle pulls up for the line change. Anichuk goes in on the forecheck. Now we got Johnny Gribberback coming hard on the forecheck. They chip it up past him. Gets out, and that's Johnny Robinson joining the rush. So now we got Gribberback, Anichuk, Robinson up front with Fazio and Maurer on the back ends. This one gets around. Maurer will collect at the hash mark. Will turn back. Play it back behind the net. Or Fazio will collect. He'll play good first pass up to Gribberback. Gribberback steps up and gets it out in the neutral zone and drags it across. Finds Anichuk out in the center. Puck battle ensues along the near boards. Johnny Robinson digging, Matt Anichuk digging. The Islanders chip it back out in the neutral zone where Fazio is now engaged along the boards. Fazio wins the battle, pushes it deep. Plays it in where the Islanders will collect inside their own zone, go D to D, and dip it out 85 feet the other way. They'll push this one into the PHC zone and opt to change for a full change. So the Islanders have fresh legs out there. Fazio plays this one off an Islander, then collects it and joins the rush himself. He's across the blue line. He'll get in. He's bodied up. We're going to let them play today. He'll play it around the end wall for Pacelli. Pacelli turns up in the corner. He's got Roche with him. Roche is going to collect. He's going to go to the point. Nunez will walk in. He'll go back to Roche on the half wall. Roche slides across that center seam. Stick to side by the Islanders, and now they're coming the other way. They're going to play it back across. Now we got a step. Carr will push him down into the corner. They play it back out in front. It's stick to side by Winton. Winton will play it up the wall. Carr's going to try to step to this one. It's played back in. Roche will collect and go the other way with it. He's going to come out in the center, stick to side, push forward. Roche collects, try to chip off the wall. 2-on-2 battle along the boards. Nunez is in to outnumber him. We'll go around. Gets the car. Car will try to chip past. Islanders seal it off. Now they're going to play it back out in front. They play it out to the far point. Sully gets in the lane. They play it down to the top of the house. It's stick to side by Nunez. Played back down the half wall. Nunez will step to this. He'll turn back up. Reverse it behind the net to Winton. Winton will play this from the car. Car plays it out to Roche. Now we have numbers going the other way. Good poke check and surf by the Islanders to stop that fourth pressure. We're going to wrap it around as the Islanders in the change. Winton takes a shoulder check. He has some ice. He'll play it ahead to Roche. Roche's going to get across. He's across the blue. Gets in. He steps in. He's on the forehand trying to play it through, but it's stick aside. Pucciarero trying to pick it up. Fought off by the Islanders, and they're going to turn the other way with it. Fazio keeps it in the blue line. They'll play it down, but it's off the back of Pucciarero, so the Islanders will collect and chip it back out in the neutral zone. Fazio collects. He takes a look. He's going to go D to Billy Maurer. Maurer will collect it. He'll wheel it right up to Hemechko. Hemechko's going to get across the blue line. Hemechko will drive down wide. He'll get into the corner. He's taking a shoulder check. He's looking for help. Leaves it in the corner for Spittle. Spittle's going to use it unwall. He'll push it to the point where Maurer will collect. Maurer will go back down, find Spittle behind the net. Spittle tries to chip it out in front, looking for Pucciarero. Good idea, but it's stick aside by the Islanders. Pucciarero cuts it off on the half wall. He'll play it out in front, looking for Hemechko. Hemechko is trying to find it. It's lost in the feet. Pucciarero will step back. He'll collect. He'll get off the wall. Cuts across the top of the house and stick aside, but Maurer collects. He fires it in. That's worn by an Islander defender, and they'll chip it forward and try to stretch this ice on us. Good contain and recover by Billy Maurer. Plays it back forward. Pucciarero's onside. He collects it. He pulls up and plays it ahead to Spittle. Spittle steps in with leaves on Hemechko. Hemechko fires and finds the back of the net. Number 97 following it up. Finds the loose puck. Short side. Tickles the twine for the first time today. Good work. Good keep. They get pucks to the net. And we tickle the twine. 8:17 left in the first period. PHC starts it off 1-0 lead. Now we got Johnny Robinson between Anutsiuk and Gerbevec. Nunez and Winton on the back end. Nunez stretches that ice to Anutsiuk. Anutsiuk flicks it back to Gerbevec. Gerbevec finds it, pushes it deep into the corner, and Anutsiuk will get there first. Winton's going to step aggressively and keep this one. He's trying to get off the wall with it. We'll play it back down the wall. Johnny Robinson finds it. He's engaged in the puck battle. It's pushed up, kept at the point. Winton will play it over to Gerbevec. Gerbevec quick sticks it in, gets off the end boards. Islanders collect. They'll reverse it out. Winton's going to try to keep this one, seal it off, but they'll play it back out in the center. Robinson gets back, keeps it momentarily, plays it over to the sideboards where Nuchik will turn and fire it in. Rebound opportunity put back out in front. We're unable to collect it. But getting pucks to net, good things may happen. Gerbevec hits and pins along the end boards. Nuchik trying to get there, blows an edge, and the Islanders take that white ice in front of them. They're going to skate this one out into the neutral zone. Roach is there to cut it off and surf it. Puck gets through, and Nunez collects it calmly, plays it back in the corner where Winton will collect it, and we're trying to chip it up that wall. Islanders keep it in. They'll go back up to the point with it. They'll try to go low to high. They'll walk it back down the wall. Play it back across in front. Good stick by Ethan Nunez. Islanders collect. They're going to turn and get a drop it to their third guy. They fire it, and it gets wide of Ellie's cage. Off the end board. Islanders collect off the half wall. They play it back across. Winton will step to this one. Pushes it out in the neutral zone, but the Islanders collect. They play it back in. Roach is going to get this one. He's going to cut down the center seam. He's got some white ice. He plays it ahead to Gerbevec, who is waiting at the far blue line. Gerbevec pulls up. Will reverse back in. Steps into a white jersey, and now they're coming the other way. They're going to play this back in the PHC line. Fazio is going to collect. He's going to get his eyes up. We'll play at the car as they lost their gap control there. Carr fights it forward, trying to get into the zone. It's played back across where Pacelli will pick it up now. He's going to step in. We'll play it to the point. Fazio's going to walk this one in. He'll go D to D. Maurer's out in that center seam. Plays it back to Fazio. Fazio will load. He'll play it down to Pacelli. Pacelli's going to turn with it. Pacelli tries to play it back out in front. It's stick to side or kick to side by the Islanders. Carr and Spittle stepped up, but the Islanders are able to leak it out the far side. It gets in the neutral zone where Fazio chips it back forward. Islanders collect, and they're going to skate this one in. They get into the zone. Top of the circle, they drag past. They load up. They fire. Ellie fights it off with the blocker. Big save made. So Ellie sees in action. fights it off with the blocker. We'll have a defensive zone draw to the left of Miss Shaw. 5:36 left in the first period. PHC hanging on to a 1-0 lead. Spittle wins this one to the half wall. He plays it ahead to Punchero. Punchero is going to step out in the neutral zone, pushes it forward. Spittle trying to collect it. Fought off by the Islanders defense. Punchero will collect it. Stick to side, but Winton following it up, coming off the bench, pushes it ahead. Komechko collects at the blue line. He's going to load up. He's going to fire that stick to side. But bounces in alertly. The Islanders goalkeeper stops it with the paddle and freezes it. So we'll have an offensive zone draw. 5:15 left in the first period. To the left of the Islanders goalkeeper, we got Declan Spittle center and Luke Komechko. Logan Punchero with Michael Winton. And Ethan Nunez. Islanders collect off the faceoff. Komechko will put the forecheck on. He comes trying to step off the wall. He's met by a couple white jerseys. Fights through it momentarily, trying to keep it deep. Punchero above it, collects it off the wall, gets out into the center seam. We're unable to collect, and the Islanders are going to chip it out into the neutral zone. We're there to back check. Islanders will skate this one in. They're met at the blue line by Punchero. It's fired in off a blue jersey. Nunez will find it, go off the end boards to his defensive partner, who plays it back across to Nunez. Nunez plays it ahead for Punchero. We collect it. We have numbers in the neutral zone. Spittle's going to gain the line. He's going to pull up. He drops it to Punchero. Punchero will drive out wide. He'll pull up. He's trying to step back across. Good reach, good stick by the Islanders defense. They flip the ice 85 feet. They're coming the other way, but a foot race with Joshua the Flash Fazio. He's bumped off the puck. Islanders step to the dot. They turn. They fire. Kick this side by Ellie Shaw, who was squaring on that pike. And now we're going to go man down, as they say. There's too much body contact there. So we'll go man down. So we're going to go 5-on-3 as they have two. They have Declan behind the play and Fazio for the rough in the corner. So this isn't good. We're starting off the parties in the shin bin early today. 5-on-3. We got Roche, Nunez, and Winton called upon to kill this one off. Ellie Shaw standing tall in the net. 5-on-3 is going to be a lot of time and space. So we're looking for discipline, contain, limit the high scoring opportunities. This one gets out into the neutral zone, so the Islanders will be forced to regroup. They step off sides on the 5-on-3, so we'll have a neutral zone faceoff. 121, two-man down for the whole 130. Puck is dropped. Islanders will regroup in the neutral zone. They're going to try to stretch that to the far winger. We'll step in. Winton will hold that dot line. They play it out to the point. Roche's holding that triangle. Now he'll step as the puck was loose. They'll play it back across. Able to regroup and play it to the far point. They stretch it back across. Fire it in. Ellie makes a huge stop. And then it's played out. That's going to get on edge. That's going to roll. Hopefully it dies. There was a play on the puck, so it should be whistled dead. And then it curves. That's like a Tiger Woods putt from 60 feet away. It curves back. So no icing, but the Islanders will regroup and they'll quickly transition, set out back in the PHC line. We'll go D to D with it. Roche containing outside the dots. They'll play it back atop. They fire. Stick save made by Ellie Shaw. Islanders collect off the end boards. Maurer holding out in soft ice. They'll play it back up to the top. They play it back across. They walk in. They get to the dots. They turn and fire. It gets wide of Ellie's net. That's going to get all the way out into the neutral zone. So 10 clicks left on the man down. We're going to have two coming out of the box if we can hold here. Play it back across. It's going to get to the sideboards. Roche will collect at the hash marks. And now we got two coming out. So we got numbers coming the other way. Roche's going to collect this on the far boards. My near boards. He flips it back across to Declan Spittle. Unable to connect. Islanders push it back ahead. Run into Billy Maurer. So Billy Maurer playing with the jersey barrier. He's acting as a jersey barrier there as he played that puck, and the Islander went down hard, able to get to the bench on the zone. It's played back in by the Islanders. It's going to get around the end boards. Winton will step to this in the far corner. Gervivek chips past one, gets out to the point. Declan tries to challenge. They play it back in. Maurer collects it. He's got a lot of white ice in front of him. He's going to turn up, shell pass, he'll cut back across, he'll gain the red line. Broke the side, but Johnny Robinson coming off the bench, collects it. He'll get to the red line, and he'll put it deep. Gervivek and Anicio trying to put the forecheck on and force him back up the near wall. Stick and kept in by Fazio, collected by Robinson. Robinson plays it across to Gervivek, who fires. It gets off the end wall. Anicio there puts it off the side of the net. Good thought, good idea. Quick decision. Gervivek collects it. He'll walk back into the corner. He steps back in towards the dot, trying to find a leisure for Robinson. Robinson fires out one. It's kicked aside by an Islander winger, and they're going to try to come the other way. Robinson back checking. He's got Nunez and Fazio back. Gervivek trying to put the pressure on. They play it back across. Chipped around. Now Fazio will collect. He's going to turn behind the net. He'll reverse it to Nunez. Nunez will turn. Took a thought about trying to stretch Anicio, but didn't like what he saw, so he runs into some traffic on that half wall. Islanders step off the wall to get to the dots. They turn, they fire. Good challenge, good stick, good recovery by Ethan Nunez, and then Ellie Shaw staying square, staying strong. Makes the stop, hangs on to it. 58.9 seconds left. Under 1 minute left here. We have a defensive zone draw to the left of Miss Shaw. We got Rochi, Piselli, Carr, Witten, and Maurer. Islander center, letting his personnel what he plans to do. Rochi's going to try to win this one in the corner and tie up. Witten's going to contain. We have a stoppage as the Islanders goalkeeper. That's DiPietro Jr., son of the longtime Long Island, New York Islanders goalkeeper, Rick DiPietro. So the puck is dropped, played back, won by the Islanders. They'll push it in. It's going to get around the wall. Witten will step, will play it back to Maurer. Maurer plays it up to Piselli. Piselli's going to turn with it, plays it ahead to Rochi. Rochi's hauled down. Islanders will collect, will play it back across. Carr tries to get a stick on it, but it gets up over his blade. Played back in. We take the wrong path to the puck, but Ella makes a big stop, and then Witten will collect it. He'll play with Roach. Roach collects that one, gets it back to his forehand. He's driving in, chips it across to Piselli. Piselli's going to turn up at the dots. Plays it back across, looking for Rochi. Thrown in, stick to side, gets out. Fazio collects top of the house. He turns, he fires, gets off the end board. Piselli's going to be there. But the net was off. So they stop it because the net was off the moorings. $17-0. So we'll have an offensive zone draw to the left of the Islanders goalkeeper. Islanders collect. Try to play it across into the center. Nunez is going to step back. He's going to win this puck. He'll take it back behind his own cage. Take it back, play it around. 3, 2, 1. Horn will sound. We'll go into the first break. Up 1-0. Stay with us. We'll be back for second period action in about 120 seconds. Am I muted there? Good. All right, we're back. Second period action. We'll start this one with Declan Spittle between Hemechko, between Chirero, Fazio, and Nunez on the back end. Ellie will take the net to my right at the far end. Second period. Second period of 6 on the day. Islanders goalkeeper will take the net at the far end. My left, puck is dropped, and we're ready to go. It's 1-4. The Islanders will collect it and move it quickly back into the PHC zone. Chip it forward where Spittle will get low and slow. He'll get back behind the net. Plays to Fazio. Fazio plays it up to Hemetko. Hemetko trying to play it back out into that center seam for Spittle, but Islanders cut it off and keep it in. They'll push it back down the boards as we were bunched up a little bit. Fazio will collect this one. Sells a reversal and then plays it ahead to Pucciarello. Pucciarello is going to collect. He's going to flip it to Hemetko. Hemetko collects it out in the neutral zone. Met by an Islander defender. Plays it back across looking for Spittle. Puck is bouncing around. Hemetko arrives at that blue line trying to get it deep. They play it back out. Spittle collects. Hits a shin pad, and now the Islanders are coming the other way. They'll gain the PHC line. They'll try to play it forward, but it's cut off by Nunez. Nunez digs along the wall. It's played back in. Fazio will get after this. Fazio plays it ahead. Hemetko collects. Hemetko plays it ahead for Spittle. Spittle's going to drive into the neutral zone. He plays it ahead for Pucciarello. Pucciarello steps across the line. He's on the forehand. He loads up. He fires far pad. Kicked aside. It was out there, but it's collected by the Islanders, and they're going to move it out in the neutral zone. Demetrio coming off the bench, able to surf it. He steps through. He's got a step. He's inside the dots. He makes a move. Tries to elevate. He's hauled down. The referees will not call that one. New Yorkers. They allow that to go. But good pressure, good opportunity by Demetrio. Gets kept in. Witten will play it down with Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck turns, fires it in. Blocker to side by the Islanders goalkeeper. Nucciuk fights it off again. He's trying to gain it behind the net. Islanders will step through. They'll push it up the wall. Mauer's going to step and keep. He'll engage at the half wall. Gerberbeck's in there digging, trying to move that puck. Now we'll get in and use some body. Loosens it up, trying to get off the wall with it, unable to collect. And the Islanders come out of the pile, and they're going to move it out into the neutral zone. They chip past Mauer. It's going to get down. Winton's going to stick this one aside. Now will not collect. He's got Johnny all alone. Johnny collects. He's on the forehand. He's got a step. He's in all alone. Forehand, backhand, forehand, and it's in the back of the net. It's a good move. Starts with the support. We talked about it last week, and we're starting to understand the layers and the support systems that are in place. Mauer pinching, they chip past, and his defensive partner gets to that next level. He takes a path to the puck, leaves it off the wall, where Mauer then fighting back collects it, and he finds Gerberbeck camped out at that far blue line, stepped in, and he didn't miss. Ensuing face-off, we got Rochi, Pacelli, Carr, Nooner, and Fazio. Pacelli's in the corner, takes a look. He'll play it up to the point for Nunez. Nunez is going to take a look, plays it down in the center. Rochi sticks aside. Carr plays it back out in front. It's kicked aside by the Islanders goalkeeper. Now they're coming the other way. Nunez will contain. Good stick by Ethan Nunez at the blue line. Just enough to force it back, stop the progress, and then causes the Islanders to jump off sides. 12-17 left in the second period. PHC hanging on to a 2-0 lead. Let's go, Blue. This one's dropped. Rochi ties up. Pacelli jumps through the lane. He'll collect it. He's going to get across the red. We'll drive in. These are for Rochi. Rochi's going to drive in. We'll rush it back out. Play it. Flips off a car. We're trying to play it. Islanders stick it aside. There's a little Trevor Zegras move. Tack stick side. Rochi surfs it, chips aside. Good stick by Nunez. Pacelli collects. He's got Fazio and Roach with him. Fazio will join the rush. Carr will cover. Now Fazio will step back. Carr contains on the wall. Played out into the center where Pacelli will collect it. It'll go to Nunez. Nunez will turn up. Play it into the Islander zone. We're going to go D to D. Carr will put the forecheck on. Witten steps in. He keeps it at the blue line. It's played back across. Rochi picks it up. He's on the floor. He turns. He fires. That gets wide of the Islanders' net. Pacelli will get into the corner. Finds Pucciarello out in front who's trying to stick it aside and play it back through for Spittle, but the Islanders collect this one and get out in the neutral zone. Pacelli, good back check, good stick lift as he attacks stick side, picks a pocket, and then he gets involved in a puck battle along the wall. Winton in support. Plays it back out in the neutral zone. The Islanders collect. They're going to step in off sides. We're going to ask for the all the way. I don't think that's going to get it, but we'll ask for it. Neutral zone draw. Just outside the Islanders zone. Spittle, Punty, and Mechko up front. Spittle putting the forecheck on. Islanders will get back behind the net. They blow a tire. Spittle collects. He's trying to find a Mechko out in front, but the Islanders intercept that pass and chip it back down the far boards, and it gets into the PHC zone where Maurer will get back to collect it. He's going to throw the brakes on. He'll turn up. He'll play it ahead to Mechko. Mechko plays it ahead to Spittle. Spittle's going to drive past. He'll get to the dots. He'll fire it, stick aside, and gets off the end boards. Fire back up, tapping at the far point by Maurer. We'll put it back down in the corner. Puts it down the wall. It's left in the corner. Played back up the wall. Maurer will collect. Maurer's hitting pin, but he'll use the big frame of his to win that battle and pushes it around the far wall where Mechko will collect it at the half wall. He'll drag past one. He gets onto the forehand. Tries to play it out in front. It gets all the way out. Fazio will collect. He'll play it to Maurer. Maurer will go back to Fazio. Fazio will walk in. He'll play it down to Spittle. Spittle will turn. Tries to play it in on net. Paddled aside by the Islanders goalkeeper. Pucciarero keeps it live off the end boards where Mechko collects it. He plays it to Pucciarero. Pucciarero will turn. He'll play it far point to Fazio. Fazio's going to walk in. He loads up. He fires. Hits the stick, and now the Islanders have numbers coming the other way. Maurer's back in the 2-on-1 contain. We have guys coming back hard. Maurer contains, pushes out the side of the dots, allows him Mechko to close in on that. He plays it ahead to Pucciarero. Pucciarero now has a step. He's 1-on-3. He drives wide, meets a poke check, but Spittle following up, collects it. He's going to get inside the dots, back on the forehand, plays it across to Pucciarero. Too hot to handle. Good thought, good play. Trying to force him to make saves going east to west, but unable to get good one on that one. Tap in, play continues in the Islanders zone. Nunez will walk down the wall. He'll play it up to Nuchuk at the point. Nuchuk will walk. He'll play it to Gerberbach. Gerberbach steps down the center seam. He's tripped. Arm goes up, and now we're going to the Dunlop's Dude Up. Brought to you today by none other than our favorite place, Dunlop's Bar and Grill. Stop in. Watch some college football, youth hockey. Tell them Sal Pucciarero sent you today. Roche between Pacelli, Carr, Winton, and Maurer. Roche wins this one towards, he finds Carr. Center of the dots, he turns, he fires. Big stop made by the Islanders, but great puck movement. The Islanders defense will then collect this one and throw it. It's going to get there. It's going to be 200 feet. So whistle dead for the icing. We'll come back down. We'll reset and do it from the same dot. Offensive zone draw to the right. Islanders goal creep. Good puck movement. We're starting to make decisions quicker in tight situations, trying to make them play east to west. Roche wins this one to Pacelli. Pacelli collects. He'll go back to Maurer at the point. He plays it to Pacelli on the wall. Pacelli will turn. He'll find Roche in the corner. Roche's on the forehand. Back to Pacelli. Up to Maurer. We'll play it to Roche. Roche steps out in front, then tries to elevate it. Good thought. Save made. Carr will collect on the far wall. He'll play it to Roche. Roche back to Carr. Carr will drive down into the corner. He's buried from behind. Islanders will collect it. And so they'll go with the roughing, boarding, whatever they're going to call there. We'll go 5-on-3, so we join the Dunlop's 2 dudes up. 2 dudes, 1 penalty box. I didn't know where I was going with that one. 1 penalty box. Spittle, Pucciarero, Gerberbach, Witten, and Fazio now. 5-on-3. A lot of time and space. Let's see if we can exploit it. Gets to Gerberbach. Gerberbach plays to Witten. Witten turns, fires. Good puck movement. Gets off the end boards. Gerberbach's hauled down. Not going to call that. Gerberbach will collect on the half wall. He'll set up. He's got Pucciarero far side. We'll play it to Spittle. Spittle will walk it around the net. Gets to Pucciarero. Pucciarero will walk. Plays to Spittle. Now cut. Plays the Gerberbach out front. Good puck movement. Unable to get good wood on it and gets into the corner where Spittle will collect. He'll give it to Gerberbach. Gerberbach loads, fires. Rebound opportunity put back by Spittle. Islanders then stick it aside. A couple big stops made by the Islanders goalkeeper. Pucks bounce around. Gerberbach finds it, trying to get back to the forehand. He's going to leave it for Spittle. He had Pucciarero They give Pucher. Pucher blows, fires, hits the iron. As he was able to elevate that one, they got one back. Fazio keeps. Spittle will collect it. It's played in. Winton will now put the forecheck on, try to force him back up the other way. Islanders step across, play it out in the center. Pucher reads it, cuts it off. He gets to the dot. He loads, he fires, gets off the end boards. Winton will collect. Will play it down the wall to Spittle. Spittle will turn with it. Puts it behind the net. Islanders will collect. Bring it around. That was going to ride the edge of the boards. It's up the half wall. Pushed out in the neutral zone where they're going to leak behind. They step past, and now they got to step. They're in on Ellie Shaw all alone. They turn, they fire, and they score as the penalty clock expired. So they kill off the 5-on-3, and then they tickle the twine down the other end. 6:42 left in the second period. Islanders pull it back within a 1-goal game. PHC 2-1. So we'll have to get that one back for Ellie Shaw as we left her out on the Amish clothesline. Hung out to dry. Rochi, Pacelli, Carr, Maurer, and Nooner. Coming the other way. Maurer will step through this one. Collect it, go back behind his own net. Plays it to Nunez. Nunez is bodied up in the corner, but he comes out of it. Plays it ahead for Pacelli, but the Islanders stick it back in. Pacelli will now collect it. He's trying to chip it up the boards. It's kept in by the Islanders. Pacelli ties up. Roach comes out of the pile with it. Roach is going to try to step through. He's 1-on-3. Leaves it for Pacelli. Pacelli unable to collect. Now returning and coming back the other way. Maurer will step to this one. Gets a stick on it. Challenging behind the net. Outnumbered. Islanders step back across. They play it back to the top of the house. Collect and kept in. It's fired in. It's kicked aside by Rochi. Rochi will turn. He'll chip it ahead for Pacelli. Pacelli's got Carr far side. He sees him. He plays it across. It's sticked aside by the Islanders. Carr will step to this one. He'll play it hard into the Islanders zone. Rochi will put the forecheck on. Bring it around the wall. PHC was in the defensive change. So Joshua the Flash Fazio has to turn on the Jets to get across 85 feet and cut that one off. He'll get it. He'll walk back behind Ellie's cage. Met by an Islander. He maintains control. He plays it ahead to Anicio. Anicio turns, tries to get it out, but it's kept in at the point. Islanders play it back across. We lose net front contain. Big stop by Ellie Shaw. Winton collects. Winton will turn up with it. He'll play it D to D to Fazio. Fazio's going to turn back with it. He'll go D to D to Winton. Winton will play it ahead. Looking for Pacelli. Gets past him in the neutral zone where the Islanders will collect and play it back forward. Winton will cut this one off, get his toes up quickly, play it ahead. Pacelli collects. Then leaves it for Winton. Winton plays it to Fazio. Fazio will get to the red line. He'll put it in. Anicio puts the forecheck on. Pacelli steps to it. They play it back past him. Johnny Robinson coming off the bench. Pressures it, but the Islanders chip forward. They got numbers. They get to the dots of turn. They fire. Nunez will make the decision to interrupt that shooting method or shooting process. And they'll call him for the trip as the Islanders shooters went hard into the end boards. After that trip, so the coach is out to check on his welfare and well-being, make sure he's okay. We'll be man down. 4:35 left in the second period. PHC 5-on-4 from a minute and 30. Hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Defensive zone draw when play gets back underway to the left of Miss Shaw. We got Declan Spittle, Max Anutyuk. Fazio and Maurer called upon to kill it off. But the Islander skater's still down. Hoping it's just the wind knocked out of him. He gets back up. Maybe a little butt end of his own stick or something as he went into the boards. But he's back, able to get to the bench on his own. So play will continue here. With the Islanders on their power play. Again, if you're just joining us, 4:35 left in the second period. PHC hanging on to a 2-1 lead. In-game shout-out again to Matt Campanelli, who was a New York Islander. who's home for the holidays for the Campanale family in Chester Springs, PA. Hopefully, watching this game, tuning in, and watching the PHC 2015. So, loud shout out to Matt. That one's chipped off the boards. He'll get into the corner. Mara will tie up. Spittle will get in there. We are man down here. Mara will collect. Plays it out softly into the neutral zone. It's turned and fired, and that's got to go all the way. They're not going to go all the way, so they'll go center ice. Nah, they're not even going to go center ice. They're just going to go right outside, old-fashioned. Outside the Islanders bench. So we'll stay 5-4. Logan, Puncherero, Maximus, Roach, Carr, and Winton. Play it back across. Roachy surfs it, tries to keep it out in the neutral zone. It's kept in by the Islanders. Return, they'll play it back out in front. They get in, they fire, the side, it hits a stick, it's up and over Ellie. Winton will step to this, he'll collect, he'll push it up the wall. It's off Islanders' stick and gets out in the neutral zone where they'll go D to D, regroup and try to come in. They hit the line with speed. They'll set up on the half wall. Play it back across. That's going to get off the stick and out in the neutral zone, so the Islanders forced to regroup. Roachy will surf this one. Force him to the boards. We'll play it back across in front. Huge stop made by Ellie Shaw, standing tall, getting that left leg on it. Good puck moving by the Islanders. So we're back to full strength here. Islanders gain the line. They play it back across. It gets out to the point. They fire it in. It's worn by Michael Winton. He's going to collect it in the feet. He's going to turn. Plays it ahead to Gerberbeck. It's going to get through. There's a play on it, so the icing's waved off. They play it in. Carr will step and try to keep. He keeps momentarily, but the second effort gets it out in the neutral zone. Roach is there to try to surf it. We'll push him to the wall. Keeps him outside. Played it back across. Good net front. Stick to side by Winton. Carr will get out to the half wall. We'll play it back around the end wall. It's going to get all the way out for a breakout. Pucciarero collects it. He's got some toes. He got some toes up. He's got some space in front of him. He's got Roachy going with him, driving back post. He'll turn a little fire. Gets off the side of the net. Played back around. Kept in by Fazio. Played back for Pucciarero. Pucciarero finds Maurer in the center seam. Maurer will walk it in. He makes a move. Loads up. Fires. Blockered and held on to. Swallowed up by the Islanders goalkeeper. Good puck movement. Creates a quality scoring opportunity right down that Royal Road. 2:06 left in the second period. PHC hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Puck is dropped. It's sitting out in front. We're unable to collect it. Islanders moving it the other way. They'll skate this one out. It's cut off by Pacelli. So we got Spittle, Pacelli, and Mechko up there. Maurer and Fazio on the back end. Maurer collects. Will go off the end wall. Fazio's going to turn. He finds Mechko. Gets out of the neutral zone. The Islanders will collect. They're going to go D to D. Flip that ice. Move it right back in. Cut off by Spittle. They'll dump it in. Gets around the wall. Maurer will collect. Chips it forward. That's going to be whistled dead for an icing. We'll come back. 200 feet for a defensive zone draw. To the left of Miss Shaw. 1:15 left in the second period. The Amish clothesline, this goes out for a long-time listener, is the Amish do not believe in any sort of form of electric washers or dryers. So they still go old school. They hang their clothes on a clothesline that is usually pulled taut between two posts, and they hang out there to dry. So that reference is made when we leave our goaltender out to dry with no help. Odd man 1 or 2 on O's. I like to refer to it as the Amish clothesline, a.k.a. hung out to dry. That's played back in. The Islanders are going to collect this one. They're going to turn, walk in. They're met by Winton and Roach's stick. Islanders collect this one. Play it back out in front. It's going to get all the way through. Carr's going to collect this one. He's going to chip it out in the soft ice. And then we have a penalty behind the play. I didn't see it as I was watching puck, but it looks like they got the jersey barrier for tripping. So he'll join the penalty box. 27.6 seconds left in the period. We're down 5-on-4. Fazio will collect this one. He's going to go off the glass. It's going to be kept in at the point. Good pressure by Spittle. Force him back down the wall. Fazio reads it. He's going to turn. He's going to throw this one down the ice. That'll be icing. So we'll come back. Defensive zone draw to the right of Miss Shaw. 13.6 seconds left on the clock. Trying to win this one into the corner. Puck is dropped. Fazio will collect in the corner. So it's a reversal. He's trying to eat it. He's outnumbered. The Islanders step out in front. Big shot. Big stop by Ellie Shaw. They play it back out in front, and she stays on the post, strong in the core, keeping that puck out of the back of the net. So we'll have 2.3 seconds left. Hopefully we'll try to neutralize this one. Declan might want to get down low into that lacrosse stance and just drop on it. He says no. I'm just going to win it cleanly into the corner. Horn will sound. We'll go into the intermission. Up 2-1. Stay with us. We'll be back 120 seconds. All right, we're back for third period action. We've talked about it a lot, trying to play 3 periods, complete games, fighting through and driving. So we're 5-on-4 to start the third period for another minute and 3. As the jersey barrier is locked inside that penalty box for a minute and 3 seconds. So we got Rochi and Nutsiuk, Maurer and Fazio out to kill this one off. Ellie's back in the net to my left. Islanders back in their net to my right. Puck is dropped. We're underway. We jump through. Maurer will collect this one. He sticks to the side. And Nutsiuk's going to get to the red line. He'll drive down. He'll gain the blue line. Drive down the wall. Tries to play it in towards the net, but it's off the back of the Breezers, and the Islanders are going to collect it and come the other way with it. Drive in. Good back pressure. And lane coverage like Rocha. They play it back across. They step back out in front. Ellie stays with it. Makes the save, and then she kicks the net off alertly. Oldest trick in the book by the goaltenders. When there's no pegs, let me just kick this net. Maybe for the second one, they'll peg them. So, gets in the corner. Now we'll get there. We'll put it back up the wall where the Islanders will collect. They'll try to set up. They'll go back out to the D. They'll play it back down to the half wall. They step towards the dot. They play it back out to the point. Step across. They play it down to halfway. And Nutsiuk gets his stick in the lane. He's going to drive across the red. He'll get across the blue. He'll skate this one in. He'll drag towards the dot. Gets in below the Islanders' goal line, and now they're going to turn and come the other way with it. We've got 10 seconds left on the penalty kill. as they're trying to move it forward. Stop! Bar will challenge at the blue line. They'll play it back in. You're D! They play it back ahead. Pucher stepping off the bench to replace Winton out of the box. Doors open. Pucher drives in. Played in. Pacelli putting the forecheck on. Plays it in the corner. Islanders trying to drive back up, but Pacelli groundhogs it. Plays the Pucher. Pucher looking for Spittle back out in front. Now the Islanders are coming the other way, but Nooner and Carr, back Carr, meets him with his poke check at the blue line. Pacelli collects, tries to drag past, but it's kept in by the Islanders. Nunez will step and play it back across. That gets off a Carr stick. Gets wide, so Carr playing without a stick momentarily will regain control of his stick and now sticking it side out in front, but the net pushed off again, smartly by Ellie Shaw. High IQ play.
I know a good steal guy.
Fazio steal. If they're in the market for some steel pegs, we know a guy. Spittle wins this to Fazio. Fazio will turn up. Play it up for Pacelli. Played back behind the net. The Islanders will step to this one. Play it back out in front. Fazio collects, plays it. Pacelli stretches it out. Pucher is going to try to split them in the middle now. Drag back out wide. He'll drive down. He'll stop, throw the brakes on. He'll cut back across the top of the house. He's trying to find Pacelli or Maurer leaking down the middle, but Islanders sticking aside. They stretch the ice on us. Josh with a flat. Fazio trying to get back. They play it in. Big stop made by Ellie Shaw because they were trying to go 5-hole. She said, no soup for you. Not in my house. Spittle removes a stick from the Islanders defender's hands and then goes to walk off the end wall with it. He's looking, plays it down to Pucher in the corner. Trying to find Pacelli at that back post, but now it's tied up in the corner. Pucher will walk up the wall with it. He'll walk off the wall, turns and fires, and that gets in the back of the net. Out dog. Hits a stick, changes direction maybe on the way in, but we get pucks to the net. Good, calm collection of the puck. And again, moving the puck. We like what we're seeing. As we move it forward to the wall, we step off that wall with the forehand shot. In traffic, fire towards the net. So now we got Rochi, Gerbervec, Hemechko up front with Winton and Carr on the back end. Play it back across. Play it out into the center seam. We'll walk in. We'll step through. Ellie Shaw stays tall, making a big stop. We're going to want to stop waving and put some pucks out of the zone. As we had two big bodies back there for the poke check. Both of them trying to stay out of the box, so we'll give them the free pass there. Kept in barely. Fire back in. Fazio will collect it on the end wall. Push it up the wall. Rochi will step to it. Collects it. Fumbles it, and then the Islanders try to get off the wall, but they run into Fazio. Fazio will recover. They'll play it back across. Get it in. Stick the side. Rochi there to get it out of harm's way. It's fired back in. It gets wide. Gerbervec will collect this one. He's got his toes up. He's going to gain the red line. He's going to gain the blue line. Tries to drag past with the toe drag, but the Islanders step in the lane of that one, but kept in by Fazio. And now Hemechko will put the forecheck on, force him to go back around in Gerbervec's lane. He plays it back out in front, looking for Rochi. Fazio will collect. He'll play it down the wall to Gerbervec. Gerbervec's on the forehand. Tries to play it out in front for Rochi. Rochi collects and bangs it in the back of the net. So again, good puck movement. We're moving it down the half wall, walking out when recognition is there that there's no one in the lane. And as the second defender starts to step or leak towards that puck area, Gerbervec plays it across. And Roach tickles the twine for the fourth time today. 10:47 left in the third period. PHC extends the lead to 4-1. Now we got Johnny Robinson, Declan Spittle. Max Anucci up front with Maurer and Winton on the back end. So Anucci's fighting through. He fights through, but stick this out at the last second. He'll go up to Winton. Winton will walk the line. We'll hang on to it. We'll walk. Push it down to Robinson on the far boards. Met by a poke check of the Islanders. Now we're coming the other way as the barrier almost took out Johnny Robinson. And get in. Good stick by Deck and Spittle. Islanders step out in front. They play it in, but it's stick to side. Maurer will collect it. He'll back it off the end boards. Allow Winton to collect it. Winton takes a step. Drives out into that center seam. Now he flips it across. Looking for Robinson. Gets off the back of the boots of the Islanders, but Robinson collects. He'll turn up with it. He moves it ahead looking for Anuchuk. Anuchuk gets a stick on it. Pushes it forward. Islanders collect. They're moving it the other way. Run into the path of Michael Winton, who will get ahead. He'll move it to Spittle. Spittle drives in. Drags past one. Drags past two. Turns. Fires. Gets up and over the glove and over the net. Off the end glass. And then Robinson collects and puts it back behind the cage. Islanders will come out the other side with it. They'll try to strip that ice. Got to step up. Play it back in. Ellie makes the save. Spittle collects it. They play it back forward. Tap in at the point. Play it deep. Clark's going to step to it. Plays around for Robinson. Robinson trying to play it out for Spittle. They run into each other, but Spittle collects. He'll get it out in the neutral zone. He tries to stretch it to Anuchuk. Anuchuk's got a step. He's trying to get there. He's bodied off that puck by the defender. We'll play it. It's kept by Carr, who leaves it for Putrero. Putrero turns up with it. Loads up, turns, fires. Backside stick or paddle aside, blocker aside by the Islanders, and now they're coming the other way with it. Play it back across. Carr will stick it aside. Leaves it for Spittle or Putrero. Putrero turns. He drags past one. We got numbers coming the other way in the neutral zone. Putrero runs into a poke check. Now the Islanders will play it back forward. Pacelli collects it coming off the bench. He's trying to get into that center seam. He gets across the blue. He loads up. He fires. It's an Islander. Gets off the end boards. And now they're coming the other way to get it out into that neutral zone. Pacelli with a good back check. He'll pick the puck up. He'll play it ahead looking for Roche. Roche's going to get to this one, force him up the boards into the path of Fazio. Fazio collects. We'll play it forward. It's lost in the feet in the equipment of the Islanders. Now puck falls and it's collected inside the zone. Putrero steps in, plays it across for Roche. Roche loads, fires. Big stop made. Squeezes the leather on it, but we're moving pucks. We're getting into the center, playing between the dots and getting pucks to the net, forcing the goaltender to make some big stops moving east to west. Not an easy task. 8:11 left in the third period. Offensive zone draw to the right of the Islanders goalkeeper. We got Pacelli, Roche, Putrero, Fazio, and Nooner. That's played in. Froze by DiPietro. So we'll reset to it from the same dot right of the Islanders goalkeeper. Roche wins this one back to Nunez. He'll walk down the boards, play it back behind the net. Gets past Putrero, but Pacelli tries to cut it off. They'll play it up the wall. Fazio surfs it. They play it forward. Roche in the center seam, cuts that one off, walks off the wall with it. He's met by a couple white jerseys, but he's forced back into the Islanders zone. They'll leave it back out in the center seam, and we have numbers in the neutral zone. Good effort. Nunez will collect. He'll drive to that red line. Play it forward. The Islanders will collect. Now Pacelli putting the forecheck on. Roche will collect this one. Gets out to Putrero, who fires far side. Fought off by DiPietro. Chipped forward. Tap in. Roche will play this one back forward. It gets in the corner. Pacelli will put the forecheck on. Forces him to go D to D. Islanders will chip this one forward. Fazio gets a stick on it. Will recover. Chip it to the wall himself. But the Islanders will collect and play it in. Fazio collects. It'll go D to D to Nunez. Nunez will sell pass and then reverse back behind his cage and play it to Putrero. Putrero stretches it out to Spittle. Spittle's got Pacelli with him. He'll play it in the soft ice. He's going to drive down, lift the stick, get there. He's going to turn up, come behind the cage with it. Looking for Gerbevec in the center. Gets off his stick and gets out in the neutral zone. Good stick by Maurer. And we'll step off sides as we still had a couple jerseys south of that blue line. All the way down. All the way down. Spittle, Gerbevec, Kamechko. Maurer and Winton. Maurer collects this one. Will go off the wall. Kamechko puts the forecheck on. They play it back out in the center. It gets off and Spittle collects and plays it across to Gerbevec, who throws it in on net. Big stop. He sold shot, then passed. And I love what I'm seeing with the unselfish play. and the deception of these hockey players. It's played off the wall. The Islanders will collect. They'll drive back down the wall. Mara will step across, play it back out in the net neutral zone. But it's played back in. Good stick by Winton. Gerbebeck will collect it. Gets across the red. He's driving wide. He'll drop it to Spittle. Puts it back to Gerbebeck. Gerbebeck walks into the corner. He'll turn with it. Now turn back up. Leaves it for Spittle behind the net. Cut off by the Islanders. They'll chip it back up. Mara will step to this. Hermetchko gets back above it. The chip pass kept in by Spittle. He'll turn and fire. He finds Gerbebeck leaking behind the D. Unable to collect that one. He wanted it out in front. It was a little bit behind him. But Maurer tries to step to this one. The Islanders collect. They play it back across. Good decision by Declan Spittle. Gets into that passing lane and wears one. Now Witten will collect. He'll play it up the center seam to Gerbebeck. Gerbebeck's going to collect this one. We got numbers if we hurry. We got Hermetchko and Spittle. He plays it to Spittle. Spittle's going to hit the center seam. He'll drive wide. He'll turn. He'll fire. Fought off and hung on to by DiPietro. So 5:15 left in this one. We'll have a offensive zone draw to the left. Islanders goalie. Roche, Robinson, and Nitsiuk, Fazio, and Carr. So they're going to play this one forward. That'll be whistled dead for an icing. We'll come back. We're a face-off to the right of the Islanders' goal keep. 5:06. So Roche, and Nitsiuk, Robinson up front. Fazio and Carr on the back end. Roche wins this one to Nitsiuk. But the Islanders step through the lane. Nitsiuk fights it off. Plays it back across the center looking for Robinson. Islanders step through and they'll play it forward. Get out in the neutral zone. Played back across. Chipped in. Fazio will pressure this one. Loses an edge, but Roach is there in support. He's hauled down. Now no trip. Play continues. Islanders walk down the wall with it. Play it back in front. Carr will step to it. Played back across, and Nitsiuk now gains control on that half wall, plays it to Roach in the center seam. Roach chips it forward. Out in the neutral zone. He's got Robinson coming with him. Go crisscross. Roach trying to step through. Gets stick beside him in the corner. Robinson picks it up. He'll drive behind the cage with it. Good path to the puck, and Nitsiuk gets back above it. He'll put it deep. That'll get behind the Islanders' cage. Roach cuts it off, forces him back the other way. Now Nitsiuk trying to get back above it. Keep it out, keep it live and in the zone. He's outnumbered with Robinson there to help dig for that puck, but the Islanders chip pass. Good stick by Billy Maurer. Allows Spittle to get there. Spittle now collects it. He's going to turn and go. He's across the red, across the blue. Will drag in, gets through, fires it in. Rebound opportunity, put back by Nitsiuk. Big stop by the Islanders goalkeeper. Nice move. That one goes out. Sounding like Jim Carr. Nice move. Spittle between Pacelli, Punti, Maurer, and Nooner. Islanders step through. They push him out to the wall where Maurer will keep it to point. Plays it down. It gets off the wall. Pucciarello finds it. Plays it back across looking for Spittle. It's going to be kept in at the far point by Nunez, who plays it hard down the wall. Pucciarello will walk out of the corner with it. Plays it back across towards the net. Stick to side. Islanders collect behind their own cage. They'll push it up the wall. Maurer will step and keep. Playing downhill. Islanders stretch it back out in that neutral zone. Good gap control by Ethan Nunez. Turn. Detain them out, and now he'll step back behind Ellie's cage and play it to Maurer. Maurer will reverse it back to Nunez. Nunez will step to this one. He's got Spittle in the center seam. He's trying to find him. Spittle does collect it. Now we have numbers coming the other way. Got Dylan Pacelli driving in the net. He drops to the Pucciarello. Pucciarello turns, fires. Hits a stick and doesn't get through. Islanders collect. They play that off the referee's boots. Pacelli will turn up with it, play it back to Pacelli, or Pucciarello. Pucciarello tries to play it across looking for Spittle, but the Islanders will collect and play it out in the neutral zone. 2:33 left in this one. Winton collects it. He'll make a move, try to step back out into that center seam. Puck is removed from him. They step back in. Good stick by Josh Fazio. Good back pressure by Logan Pucciarello. Fazio collects it and plays it across for Pacelli. Pacelli gloves it down. Will turn. He'll fire this one in and pull up for the change. Spittle puts the forecheck in. Fazio steps and fires it in. It gets off the end board. Gerberbeck will collect. Will turn with it. Will drag past one. He's trying to play it back out in front for Spittle. Kicked this side by the Islanders. Hemechko gets a stick on it. He's fighting off the sidewall. He plays it to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck leaves it for him. Hemechko plays it off the goaltender. It's bouncing around in front. Loose, but the ref lost sight of it, and the net was kicked off. Smart play. When in doubt, just give it a good boot. So 1:54 left in this one. Offensive zone draw to the right with the Islanders goalkeeper. We got Maurer and Carl on the points. Hemechko, Roche, Gerberbeck. This one's one out into the center. Islanders are going to collect. Carl will get back to this one. He'll get a stick on it. Plays it back ahead. Roche will put the forecheck on. Islanders will leave it in soft ice to chip forward. They're going to hit the line with speed. Step! Carl will close on it. They fire it in. Ellie makes the save. Islanders collect behind the cage. Chip it up the wall. Kept in. Hemechko there to collect this one. He's trying to stretch it to Gerberbeck, but met by an Islander. Carl will join the rush. He's going to take this one. He'll play it ahead to Gerberbeck. It gets off the sidewall, played back forward, but Carl will collect it. He gets to the red line. He's fighting through one. Gerberbeck will collect at the blue line. He'll regroup and reverse. He'll turn. Tries to play it ahead for Roche. Turn to go. Your puck. Deep. Carl will play that one in. 1 minute left in the third period. Roche putting the forecheck on. Gerberbeck collects this one. Plays the Roche. Roche back to Gerberbeck. Gerberbeck towards the net. Fought off. Robinson gets in on it. He closes. He gains it. He's going to walk back. Throws it out in front. Hits a shin pad. Second effort, tries to play it back out. Hits another shin pad, and now the Islanders are coming the other way. They're going to turn up with it. Maurer will contain outside the dot lines. Carr's in front. Gerberbeck back checking. Carr sticks it aside, but it's left for the third guy coming high. Good surf by Max Roach. They play it back in. Big stop by Ellie Shaw. They play it ahead, looking for Gerberbeck. It's kept in at the far point. They play it back across. It gets out to the far point. They turn, they fire, hits the body. Trying to find that puck. Play down the wall. Carr follows it up. He's going to collect it. He's going to try to stretch it. He'll regain it. Chip it off the wall to Robinson. Robinson's going to turn in with it. Robinson gets in the zone. Islanders will collect 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ellie paddles to the side. Horn will sound. 4-1. Good start to the day. We have 3 periods coming at you in about 50 minutes from now, 52 minutes from now. We'll be back at 11:30. Tune in.